with buckets of tear gas and chemical weapons, closing in on protesters who are still in the few numbers that are still here on East Market Street. There's a number of individuals, about 50, it looks like about 50 or so people that are assembled in being enclosed by the Virginia State Police. And we have information that the National Guard is also here. You can see that the police have weapons and rubber bullets, paint bullets, and cans of chemical weapons, as you can see here. You can see the disproportionate number of police to protesters at the moment. You can see that there are a few protesters remaining, and the police is enclosing people in a small area between 3rd Street Northeast and 2nd Street Northeast on East Market Streets. The police have also blocked off the remaining protesters between 2nd Street and 1st Street, and as you can see, the National Guard has parked a car at East 2nd Street Northeast on East Market Street. There are very few protesters remaining, but as you can see, the police are slowly enclosing those few that are remaining. It looks like they have chemical weapons in their canisters, that they have a rubber rope leading into the canister. They also have weapons, rubber bullets, and as you can see, they're heavily militarized. A number of people are retreating up to 4th Street and East Market Street as the police enclose. There are a number of onlookers and very few individuals remaining who are in the streets. As you can see, this display of intense police force is consistent with things that we see nationwide, and is part of the reason why people are out today resisting white supremacy. This battle goes long beyond today and what's happening right now. We know that Charlottesville has an extension of a militarized police force called the JADE Task Force, Jefferson Area Law Enforcement Task Force, which is disproportionately targets African American individuals, youth of color in this community. So part of the reason we're out here and resisting white supremacy is for the everyday injustices of white supremacy that are evinced by the police force that we see today. Entering into the streets, people in the green hats are observers from the National Lawyers Guild, and they are observing how the police is demonstrating their use of force. A number of protesters who were injured have been escorted down into the downtown mall and evacuated for more serious medical treatment. We saw a number of individuals bleeding from the head, bleeding from onto their clothes and onto their person, and a large number of individuals who have been affected by chemical weapons deployed by the white supremacists and white nationalist groups that are in town today. So this violence is disproportionate and serious in this today, and a lot of good response has happened from the community in terms of being medics, legal observers, folks who have been out there to support the whole diverse range of individual actions intended to show a deep commitment to resisting white supremacy. And so we've seen that throughout the day, and it just is continuing today, continuing right now as folks are really standing up for what they believe in, and that is the entrenched issues of white supremacy. We're going to move over to between... Oh, we got a scout. As you can see, the police are pushing folks up towards 4th Street and slowly getting folks to disperse. A few individuals with Make America Great hats on just walked by. I think we just got an update from the HP after we did both of these interviews. Yeah.
Right now, we just got like the guard and the cops are lined up with their backs to the phone. Okay. Put a camera on.
But is that where the depot is?
Probably. It's possible for some people.
I just don't know how we would get through there. Unless we can go up 3rd Street and around.
Yeah.
Want to try that?